Welcome back, friends. Wow, what a couple of weeks we've had. Unprecedented times for sure. The big controversy in the RV world, camping world, is do you go camping or RVing during this pandemic? And it's actually controversial in the fact that some people say, hey, no way, you got to stay at home. You still have to travel. You're still going to go to gas stations and pick up groceries. You're going to come in contact with those people. Other people are like, hey, there's just no better way to social distance yourself than being at the campground. I kind of agree with both sides. We're still going to go. Here are 7 steps we're going to take, very strict guidelines to go RVing during this pandemic. Okay, for us, step number 1 is you got to get supplies, groceries. You kind of got to do this anyway, so it's kind of a moot point on one side of it, but we're going to do curbside delivery. Our local Kroger does it free right now. It's normally a $5 charge. We actually did it the other day. It was great. They came out, literally, there was hardly any interaction with a human being, and they put the stuff in the back of our car, and we headed back home. We didn't even have to get out of our car. So curbside delivery, I think Publix does it through Instacart. I'm sure your local bigger grocery stores probably have it available right now, and even some smaller grocery stores are making it available during this pandemic. So as far as loading up supplies, we won't come in contact with anybody. Curbside delivery will be important. All right, second big concern a lot of folks are having is the fuel stations. So fuel pump handles, etc. Good thing about an RV is you won't have to go inside the fuel station. You've got your restroom with you. That's one big advantage here, that we can access our restroom while we're on the road. So we definitely won't have to go into use the restroom. And I bring Clorox wipes with me. I've been doing this now for this entire 2 weeks. And every time I stop for fuel, which hasn't been a lot, we saved a lot in fuel actually, I'll wipe down our pump, and I'll wipe down the pump next to us because I'm always at a diesel pump. So I'll wipe down both pumps really good with the Clorox wipes, just in case somebody else comes along later after me. But Clorox wipes at the fuel pump should save us from getting it, and also, if we had it for some reason and we're asymptomatic, from us from spreading it. Third question is, how do you check in? Well, Georgia State Parks, which I'm so grateful that they've stayed open during this. It's kind of one spot of normalcy that we have. They're offering online payments for your balance, online check-ins. We won't have to come in contact with any human being as far as checking in and payment process. So that's an easy one for us. Thank you, Georgia State Parks. Okay, a fourth point people have been making has to do with your, when you go hook up your water or when you hook up your power, things like that. We'll use Clorox wipes before you plug in. Okay, don't do it while you're plugging in because those things are wet and that's not going to be good. And we'll also use Clorox wipes on the actual water spigot. So we should be good there. We'll also wipe them down, use them when we're leaving, so the next person we'll be sure not to spread it. That's the biggest concern for us, is spreading it, really, because we're low risk, but we definitely don't want to spread it. So Clorox wipes, anything you may touch at your actual campsite that someone else may come along and touch, please use Clorox wipes before, when you get there, and after as you're leaving. Fifth strict guideline that we're going to use during this trip is no playgrounds. There's just no way that the kids are going to be able to play. There's no way they can sanitize those. There's no way they can, if they had it, which we have no symptoms, by the way, but again, this can be asymptomatic. We could have it right now and not even know it. And so there's just no way we can play on the playground and not spread it, or someone else not give it to us on the playground. So there's just no playgrounds this trip, but that's okay because we still have fishing, we've got biking, hiking. Even if the hiking trails are busy, we'll maybe even skip that and just walk the campground. Still got campfires and camping games and movies, so it's still going to be a great time. We just can't hit up the playground. Not a big deal, but I would suggest for all of you going camping during this to keep your kids off the playground for sure. Number 6 guideline, and this one's kind of funny, no bathhouse. This will be the first time that Brooke and I will be doing all of our business in the RV. We're just not going to take a risk on spreading it towards camp hosts. Even though camp hosts are still working, we don't want to take that risk. And so we'll be self-contained. We will not be using the bathhouse, even though they disinfect it every single day. They've been very clear about what they've been doing to fight this. We just don't want to take that chance for them, really. So I think that not using the bathhouse is a good guideline for us to stick with. And finally, 7th guideline, this one kind of goes without saying, is hygiene at the dump station. Wear some gloves, wash your hands after thoroughly. I wash my hands and I use hand sanitizer afterwards. I think that one kind of goes without saying, but understand people have been touching all of that. They have to. They have to touch the spigot to wash things out. It's just another place that could be an issue. So most of you already do that, I'm sure. But it is a good reminder, hey, don't forget, the dump station, people touch stuff there too. So what do you guys think? That's our 7 guidelines to RVing in this pandemic. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I'm sure some of you have varying opinions on this. I'm sure some people feel like we shouldn't go at all. But I think that the mental well-being of everybody is also important. I think we're doing all we can to make sure we don't affect other people, which is basically what we need to be concerned with. And we'd also like to hear if you have any other tips. Are we missing anything? So leave those in the comments section below. I appreciate you guys watching. It really means a lot to the channel, and I hope you subscribe. See ya.